Again, in this video, we are going to discuss about no such element exception in Selenium WebDriver. If you're working as an automation engineer or you are doing automation thing, you are writing a script in Selenium, you face this as very common exception over there. So you must face this. So how can we solve this? And if you are preparing for interview, what are the different important questions you might face into this exception related to this exception? So okay, so here these in this video series we are going to cover like common exceptions in the Selenium WebDriver with Java. So at the very top we have a no such element exception over there. What is the reason for this? This is that the element cannot be found into the DOM. What is a DOM? DOM means a document. Okay, so let's say you navigate to google.com and this is your page. Okay, and inside this, once that complete page is loaded in this DOM, if any element is not found, like you are trying to interact with about or a store or this search box, input box, this mic and all, if this is not available, it might be a many reason, like the network is not properly working in the machine, so it's taking time to loading. Okay, the server is down, let's say server is processing slow, server is not available, let's say there can be a many reason. You are writing a different XPath, you are writing a wrong XPath, in that case also it impact and we face the same issue. So let's take an example and see how can we handle this and how and when we get this issue. Okay, so let's say I have this main method into my Eclipse and let's create a WebDriver. Here WebDriver driver equals to new Chrome driver. I'm going to run my script with the Chrome and here let's say driver dot navigate to the URL that I'm going to run is google.com, and here what I want to do, I want to interact with the element, like let's say I want to interact with this button, right? So let's say I'm right clicking on it, inspect element, and what option we have? We have an option button name is btnk. Okay, and I guess this is a unique one, so I can say yeah, it's unique. No, two is there. Let's interact with the input. Okay, so for input we have a name as a queue, so I can create XPath of this text area, like text area, and here I can pass at the rate name equals to queue. Yeah, this is my XPath and I want to interact with this input. I want to send some text over there. So what I do, driver dot find element by dot XPath, right? And currently this is a XPath that's working fine, like it will work fine. And let's say the last, I'm going to quit my browser, so I can say driver dot quit. Okay, and we are interact with this element and we are going to say dot send keys and we are passing hello to Google. Let's run this script and check it will work perfectly, because we are trying to interact with the element and we have a correct XPath of it. But so let's say I'm doing some mistake here into the XPath and I'm passing some wrong XPath. Okay, and let's run it now. You will see this element is actually now not available because we are trying to access a wrong XPath over there, wrong element. Okay, so in this case the compiler will give us an error. Okay, you can see then find in this here we can say find element using XPath Chrome browser, and these errors are there if you check the detail about it. But how I know, you can see here it's showing no such element exception, no such element, unable to locate this element. But we can handle it as well. I will show you how can we handle, and we can overcome. Sometime if we use correct XPath, then also we can face this because it might take time to load. The page take time to load. So how can you handle this in that situation? The first thing, you can implement the wait over there. Okay, so let's implement a WebDriverWait. WebDriverWait equals to. Now you understand how can we handle this in case if you are using the correct text path and correct everything is correct, but still you are facing this element, this exception. How can you handle this? So what we can do, WebDriverWait equals to new WebDriverWait. Okay, WebDriverWait, and we can pass a driver and duration here. So let's say duration should be duration dot of seconds, let's say 20 seconds. So we are putting explicit wait over there, and this wait will help us to wait until this element is loaded properly on the page. Okay, so we can say it over until expected condition. We can pass here expected condition dot visibility of element located y, or we can directly pass the element also into the visibility of, but we can using by locator. So we can use this, not this one, not a all locator. We are going to call a specific visibility of element located y, and we can pass the locator here like by dot XPath, and we can pass the XPath here, and yeah, that's fine. Right now it should not throw that exception. Okay, because it will wait for a time it explicitly it will wait for 20 seconds if this element is taking time to the load. So in this way you can handle this. But currently you are seeing, you can see in the console we are getting a red things and we are getting exception over there. So how can we handle the exception in Selenium or in Java or any programming? So we have try catch blocks over there, if you know the basic programming. And yeah, okay, it's waiting here, but after loading the page we have to keep this condition. Yeah, I'm changing the location and going to rerun it again. Just run it again. Now it will load the page, wait for some time in case the loading is taking time, but my internet is quick, so it's not taking any time, so it will work without wait as well. And how can you handle the wait, how can you handle the exception? Now let's say this is the risky code where I'm using my XPath, okay, where the element that exception can occur. So I will create a try catch block quickly, try catch block, and under this try block I will write my code, my risky code. And with which exception we are dealing right now? No such, we can say no such element from Selenium, OpenQS Selenium exception. And let's say if you want to see the exception, what we can do, we can e.print a stack, so it will print our exception over there. Okay, apart from this we have a final also. So in the final finally block, in this finally block what we can do, we can keep this driver.quit. If you are aware with the working of finally, you should know, like in case of error or not error, the finally will execute always. So let's run this and see is it quickly working now, and it will show in case if the exception is available, but currently the exception is not there because we are using everything is correct. But let's say again I'm doing some mistakes in this XPath and I am forcing to get the exception. So what message I will see from this print stack? The message will be same, like we are handling we are getting some exception. Okay, you can see. Okay, it's printing. Let me do a SOP. Sysout. Under the sysout, I'm going to print a dot message, e dot get message, and let's get a message. Error is exception is, and I'm going to print it. again. Let's right click, run it as a Java application. Okay, here it's printing our message. Exception is no such element unable to connect, and then it's throwing that no such element exception unable to connect, and or connect all the details are there. But we are, you can see we are handling, but still we are getting this message over here because now this one is not the one. And hello, we are sending this. Let me check no such element exception. I'm just doing the same, and it's coming from OpenQ only. And if I print this, I comment this print mistake, it will not show anymore, I guess, the red numbers. Perfect. Now it's only showing the message that we are printing from is out here. Okay, so that print mistake will print that message into your console. So that's it all about the no such element exception handling. You can handle this like this, and to overcome with this, like if you want reduce the chances of this exception, you can use wait like this, explicit wait with your driver. And what are the chances of this? You are might writing a wrong XPath, or you are that your network there is a network issue. The page is taking time to load, not able to load in a proper DOM, like into that DOM on a particular time. So that time also you will face this issue. So the element cannot be found into the DOM. It means your documentation. What are the solutions we have? Ensure the correct locator, ID, XPath, and selector is used, and use explicit wait to wait the element to appear. Okay, this example we have just seen. So thank you for watching. If you need more video on exception or any kind of issue, any kind of topic with automation Selenium, you can comment me out. We'll record more video. Thank you.